Joining us now for the Trump transition analysis, Claremont McKenna Professor of Politics, Jack Pitney. Thank you so much for being here, Jack. First off, the Trump-Romney meeting. Apparently, it seemed to go well, putting all of the primary sniping aside. They're now moving forward, and it seemed like they both left in positive spirits. What do you make of all of this? What could come of this meeting?
Well, they both need something from the other. Trump needs somebody from the establishment to reassure the establishment to get lower level people to sign up, and that's been a problem for him to fill the jobs of deputy assistant secretary. Much of the Republican establishment is very leery. Romney would enable him to hire those people, and Romney would get a job. He would get power, and that's something that he's aspired to for a long time.
Well, there have been concerns, obviously, over the past week about the diversity in the Trump administration. Most of his announced cabinet members, or picks rather, have been white men, which many have a problem with. But today, Mr. Trump met with Sacramento Mayor Kevin Johnson, an African-American potential candidate, activist Michelle Rhee, who is Asian and also a Democrat. So do you think he's making some kind of an effort to reach across the aisle a little bit, or do you think that matters at all to President-elect Trump?
I think it matters to any president, and he'd like to have more diversity in his cabinet. The trouble is, if you look at the Trump base of support, it's wider than the Barry Manilow fan club of Stockholm.
I didn't realize there was one.
He's got to reach beyond his base, and he's going to make an effort. Whether how successful he is, we'll see.
What about the conflicts of interest that keep popping up with his son-in-law and his businesses? Moving forward, how is that going to be for him to handle all of this? It seems like a very complicated conflict of interest right now.
It's very difficult. It's not at all clear he can even bring his son-in-law into the White House as a full-time employee, given the anti-nepotism laws. As far as his business interests, we're already seeing some problems. Foreign diplomats staying at the Trump Hotel not far from the White House. And the word is they are eager to stay there as a gesture of support for the president, but that doesn't look too good. And the incoming president has business interests all over the world, each one of which is a potential conflict of interest.
Well, what about, some people had a bit of an issue with Ivanka Trump attending a meeting with one of the world diplomats with her dad. I mean, is this something that we should just get used to, that family members may attend some of these very important meetings, even though they may not be part of his cabinet?
If it were purely a social meeting, that wouldn't be such a big deal. Family members do attend social meetings. The trouble is, she's intimately involved with his businesses, and if she has access to inside information, that also creates a potential for a conflict of interest, and that's a big problem for him.
There's a lot to untangle and unweave before we move forward, it seems like. All right, Professor Pitney, thank you so much from Claremont McKenna College for being with us tonight. Appreciate your time.
Thank you.